Why not both?
Oh my gosh, speaking of making themselves look presentable, look at this young lad. Someone got their armor all polished up.
We're not here yet.
I suppose the sideline calls upon Dirk to appear second then.
Why not? You can show up.
Sure, in that case, Caden's like rushing back right now. He finally got dismissed from having set everything up, so he's like ran back to the tavern to get his stuff, then ran back here.
Whoa, kid. I know you're a hurricane, but you don't need to be one right now. Hold up.
Kind of skids to a stop, sparks dancing through his hair.
Ah, look at you. Proper adventurer. Look at this, Amelia. He got himself all polished up.
That looks nice.
How's Cole go?
He's fine. Had a nice meal before we left.
So you must be the Sparky human that our pointy human actually referred to as going to be joining us?
Oh, yeah.
Pointy human?
Ren, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Looking forward to it. Yeah, no, it's a big step for you, and I'm very glad you actually got this job because I've been felt in the air. You have been getting restless.
You mean the whole smell of, a spark jumps between his fingers?
Yeah, a little bit of ozone going on there. You're good right now. Don't worry about it. You're still good. But I am glad you're actually going to get out there and do a little bit more than just the physical labor stuff. I'm glad.
He's just got an excited grin on his face.
Great. Nook sort of reaches one of his big timber arms and sort of pats you on the head.
Well, let's go introduce ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Friend. Yeah, friend. Let's go. We got to go introduce ourselves. So, how's everything else going?
I pat Nook as we're walking side by side. Good. Been up all day. Good. Lot of stuff to prepare for this. Points all the barrels of alcohol.
Oh, geez, you didn't have to go that far. I'm sure you could have got a little bit of help. I mean, you're going to be gone, but I'm sure they got some people to fill in for you, right, kid?
I'm happy to help.
Happy to help, but I kind of need you and do you sort of make some fake punches in the air? Kind of need you in fighting shape. Don't want to tire yourself out too much before the fight starts, right?
I'm good. Don't worry.
You're going to give him the old 1-2?
Yeah.
Good. Say, have you met any of the other ones? We've kind of ran into the cat folk. Where's the what was it? Sort of planty human? Magic-y human? Amelia, do you remember what she's like?
Wait, which one?
Okay, we got the cat folk, we got the Sparky human. What was the other one? I don't remember. Did you kept the letter, right?
Did keep the letter, yes.
Okay.
Right. She was a... Oh. I can't remember. I don't think it was specified, actually. Haven't met her yet. You know how it goes. Let's go.
Nook. Nook sort of puts his arm forward, and Mr. Metamuse steps into it, and Nook picks him up and sort of sticks him above his head, so he's like doing like the Lady Liberty stance. And Mr. Metamuse sort of looks around for this other strange human he's supposed to be looking for.
But I suppose, Rose, the mind's... Well, I suppose it actually can seem familiar. No. You've probably heard some stories from people just because having two sprites in a town like this is still pretty odd. Especially for like a couple who live in a house together.
Who are pretending very hard to be humans.
Yeah. But evening has come and you've strolled down to the docks. Rose? Oh,
I'm
sorry.
here.
Just checking.
And we will slowly walk up from this angle with May on her shoulder still.
Is that it?
You turn the corner and see Lady Liberty, Mr. Meadowmuse.
Or walk off the path. She doesn't care. And pause.
There she is. I think. Looks about right.
Do you know various styles of magic?
Yes.
That would be the one.
Hi there.
I was looking at Nook confused. Hi.
There we go. Okay. Nice to meet you. My name is Mr. Metamuse. This is my beautiful wife. We'll be going into murdering monsters with you, as I understand. Or at least investigating sort of this creepy sort of vibe that our co-friend has sort of been finding.
Oh, it's nice to meet both of you. And she looks over at Caden and waves at him as well.
I'm joining as well. I'm Caden. He kind of moves over and kind of like gives a bit of a wave. The young man, definitely inexperienced, but he's got very shiny breastplate on and seems to have a sword and shield.
My name's Lumine. I am a herbalist from pretty far off from here.
Pretty far off. I know a lot of places. You got a name?
I'm from the... She kind of just pauses to think of like how to...
Vague description. I'm sure I'll get it.
I need to actually look up exactly where it is.
Amelia's got the sort of head in the books. I got my head in the scenery.
I hate how much like barbecue energy you're giving off right now.
It's totally the vibe.
The wiki doesn't want to load, so I'll just pretend. I'm from the Jiahui residence. Very far east, if I remember correctly.
Wow, you've come quite a ways. Didn't know our shared friend had contacts way out there.
What was the location? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Jiahui, around there. She's from the east, or what would be the like Chinese equivalency in Pathfinder.
Yeah, that is the east.
I just assumed it was east because I'm racist in geography.
It's considered the east. So.
See, it's the Asian, therefore I thought it was the east. That was correct. I actually was not aware that she really knew who I was either, but I guess I've garnered attention through my studies.
Well, I'm glad you have, because I'm more than happy to have you aboard.
I give a polite nod to both of them.
Oh, if you're hungry, by the way, I think they're selling some food down here on the dock as well.
I'll look over what they have, but I generally do not partake in eating meat.
Oh,
Vegetarian?
I'm sure we can find something.
Okay.
I think someone was selling grilled leeks.
Probably.
Fuck.
That's actually a thing.
Leeks.
Street food.
I know, it sounds disgusting.
It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I know people forage for mushrooms like close to the edge of the fog pen.
Yeah, might be
Never
grilled
go
mushrooms
in,
then.
but yeah. I mean, this island's basically covered in forest from head to toe, so there's some weird fungus everywhere, honestly.
As you walk... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I wouldn't recommend eating random fungus.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
of
not
course not.
random.
I've tried some. No, not good.
Well, some of it's very good, but you gotta know which ones you're looking for.
The purple stuff ain't great.
Like, some of it's also poison.
That's fine. Just keep antidotes on you.
Yeah. Well, one person's poisons and another person's flavoring.
Mhm.
I heard you guys do that a lot with olives.
Remind me to
Olives.
never eat anything you cook.
Oh, and here's this disgruntled cat folk. How are you doing?
I'm disgruntled now? Why am I disgruntled now?
I suppose it's a matter of perspective between you and Caden, who's a ball of sunshine at the moment.
Caden, right now, his eyes have just lit up. Spark dances through his hair as he suddenly just rushes over.
Tinder looks confused,
Uncle Taran!
and he's sort of sniffing at the air with the ozone, and suddenly he's being tackled. But what did you say when Uncle what?
Uncle Taran!
Whoa, what? He's looking very confused, and he sort of his hands have come up to either side, not defensively, not offensively, just sort of in surprise. It's like squinting at him, tilts his head,
He grins as a spark dances through him again.
looks over to Mr. Meadowmuse. I was like, what did you say his name was?
Caden. Small town vibe. Just sort of go with it. Everyone's uncle, everyone's, you got it.
Caden.
I think it's a bit more than
Caden.
that.
Sorry, I will butcher your last name. Like out of character, I will butcher it. Mairi?
It's just Maya.
Maya. Caden Maya? No.
Mm-hmm.
No. And he sort of grabs him by the shoulders, picks him up so we're head height, and is looking him over. Just no.
I mean, I can tell you the story again about you getting set on fire.
No. But you were, and now you're like twice the size. When did that happen?
Humans grow quickly.
Sort of puts you back down on the floor. What are you? Still looking very confused. So you're part of. He's sort of gesturing at the whole group. He's suddenly gotten very animated with his arms.
He just nods again. Just a grin, just this complete grin over his face. Like he knew this was happening. He was waiting for his reaction.
But you're like makes a really small sort of gesture that you should be really short, and it's like, and then a higher one is like, but now you're coming with. The fuck was Ren thinking?
I mean, kind of my fault.
Kinda your fault. Sort of starts circling around, looking him over. Not standing on you, but circling around.
He's like trying to track his head as you're following around, kind of twisting.
Yeah, and he's gone from a confused look to a very appraising look now. He's looking over your armor, your weapon, how you're standing, your gear.
The armor is very, very new and clearly has been shined multiple times. Say what you will though about brand new shiny armor, like experience. The sword looks oddly familiar, having a similar red banded hilt to one you remember.
Yes, and he does make note of that. He does a couple of circles, and it's like, well, that fits all right. It's a bit unprotected on the arms compared to what I'd like, and he sort of gingerly taps the pommel of the sword. He's like, I suppose you've been practicing with that a lot.
What Dad always taught.
Yes, I remember his teachings. I remember how many times I had to get him out of his teachings.
Yeah, when Rin told me that you were coming, I kind of said I was joining.
Yes, he mentioned nothing to me. I'll have to have words with him about that. I am thrilled to see you. I'm not thrilled that you're coming with. Please stay behind me.
Oh, you won't have to worry. He's been practicing quite a bit, and he's quite capable from what I've seen. Grown up to be quite the man.
So was his parents.
I've
Please,
even
just stay
kobolds.
behind me.
I even fought some kobolds.
We'll see how it goes. And before we go out, you will show me what you can do. And then he sort of pats Caden on the head, ruffles his hair. Finally actually gives a proper smile, and is like, but it is so good to see you.
Now come on, there's a party going on.
Yeah. Picks up Caden, puts him on his shoulder.
I don't think you want to do that right now. He is significantly larger and significantly heavier.
He is wearing a breastplate.
Yeah, I could still. Considering we're going to a party, my character wouldn't be in his armor or have his gear on him. I do have the encumbrance to carry him. It wouldn't be very comfortable, but I could carry him.
True, you do have the bulk too, so you could. So perhaps save it for a time when Caden's not armored.
No, I'm doing it.
In case of like, puts him on the shoulders and like, okay, now I need to hurry to sit down because this is actually not very comfortable.
Yeah, it's like
Not gonna say anything.
up on the shoulder, do a few steps, and then it's like,
You're too big.
Just too big. Just tucked under the arm instead. Turn him horizontal, arm up under, carry him along.
Okay.
Hey, I can walk.
Yeah, I know, but I missed out on this, so let me.
Kogo, help.
Sorry, Corgo's busy being friends with everyone else.
I will have to sort of cut into your greeting. It seems like we have our mutual friend waving us over.
Oh yeah, let's go see her.
Oh
Where's
yes.
she at?
Rin has been
Where
dim
should we-
Vidox, just kind of watching this for a while, but she doesn't look too hurried. She's just kind of sitting there smiling, watching the reunion.
Okay.
May as well.
All right, Nook, I'm going to need you to peel off. It's a wooden dock. You're really heavy. I'm going to ask you to sort of settle down here, buddy.
I'm pretty sure
Nook
these
sort of-
docks are. Okay, if you want.
He's going to tread dirt. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's a good point. I was gonna say that these docks are made to handle like quite hefty cargo a lot of the times.
Yeah, but it's a party in the moment, not cargo. So Nook sort of settles off into the grass and sort of with his two big hands, without really anyone asking, decides to dig a hole and plant himself down in there, burying his face. And so the
Emily,
villa is just sitting up on top of this little raised stone platform.
For those of you who've been in Otari for a while, you'd know the owner of the Otari fishery, the building next to you. Tamili is kind of sitting there manning a station, just kind of looks, watches Nook bury himself into the ground, with kind of just shakes her head. It's kind of amused, but also like, that's going to leave a big pile of dirt.
Don't worry, he fills in the holes whenever he picks himself back up.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah,
Oh yes.
he does.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't like messing with things too much.
Oh, yes. Before
Right.
before I forget, he sort of taps Caden on the head and then nods over to Lumine.
I'm gonna say, honestly, people want to say Lumi at this point.
Lumine, whatever. I did promise those two I'd let you know if you need to buy any cantrips. They have quite an interesting shield spell. They sell them. It's a bit of business they have going on.
Oh, please. It's not like we're sponsoring you. It's too kind.
No, but I said I would inform the others when I saw them, and now I've seen them.
Oh, I can do that now, by the way. Caden puts out his hands while he's still being held and projects his shield spell in front of himself and Tinder.
Sort of quirks an
Oh,
eyebrow,
good.
taps your
Good
head
job working on that.
couple more times.
As you like tap him on the head.
It can't have possibly been this long.
It sure has, sir.
You
As you-
didn't
as you
even
tap-
know how long it's been.
Yeah,
In your ear.
as you tap Caden on the head, the shield spell goes out. If you tap him again, it'll go back on.
He actually looks quite amused at that. Taps it a couple more times.
Excuse me, pardon me. Actually,
How many interact actions do I spend dismissing and summoning the shield?
I'm gonna walk alongside Corgo. He's a little bit more noticeable. I don't want to be stepped on. You see.
Cargo seems to be a bit busy, actually.
He's being petted.
I mean, if you need a ride,
I wouldn't dare ask, but if you're offering,
offers the hand down as he's being held.
you're too kind, sir.
Just sighs dramatically as he's now carrying two of the party members.
Oh, I'm carrying a party member. You're carrying me.
Carrying by
Like,
proxy.
One person's being carried like a fucking suitcase. The suitcase person is carrying the sprite, I imagine, the regular way.
Yes.
What is this configuration?
I am literally carrying this party, guys. Come on.
I don't want to keep our mutual benefactor waiting.
As you walk down the docks, you can see there's a few games and such set aside. Namely, there is a station where it seems that Tamley has a couple of darts for people to throw at targets, and seemingly even has a few prizes in front of her. There's a couple people gambling further down. A large half-orc man is arm wrestling with what looks to be like a blacksmith of some sort. There's a couple games here if you wish to try your luck, or you can of course just go straight to Rin.
As we step onto the docks, I will actually put Kaiden back down so he can do his own thing.
Aye. Caden gets himself back up. Still carrying Mr. Menabuse. And shakes his head a little bit. That's better.
Yeah. See that big guy over there? I've seen you work around Alan. Bet you can give him a run for his money. Sort of gesture over to the half-orc.
McAloy gives Lumi a little wave and says, hello everyone, and I've talked to some of you before, but if you have a very strong stomach, I've got a little game here for you. You never thought about a bird smiling sort of evilly, but you feel like this is the bird smiling sort of evilly situation over here.
Bird smiling is concerning to begin with, considering beaks.
Sort
What's
of a
the
raised
vibe?
corner.
Yeah.
And with that horrifying image.
I will have to decline at the moment. We have a little bit of official business before we get back to sort of dealing with the festivities.
Yes,
Though
yes,
it is
bring
nice
on.
seeing you, Magaloy.
It's good to see you too. Does not. Wait, what the fuck? Weird. Magaloy just kind of doesn't seem to entirely remember who Mr. Do is, unfortunately. Oh, whoops, I accidentally give a chair a name.
You
Oh,
fool!
accidentally made a
Chairs
chair
can
a
have names
character.
too.
Yes, but the chair I don't think is called Rin.
No, I was trying to make it so that you could see Rin's name, but then I accidentally like selected the chair. Hold on, let me fix that. Okay, there we go.
I recognise so much of this art because I've used some of it before for other projects.
Hehe.
And some of it you've used before.
Yeah. There's a few
Power,
familiar things.
power of stealing from Pathfinder.
Recycling.
Recycling. As Rin gives a wave to Caden. You're free to enjoy the party first of all. The thing I want to show you, she looks up at the sky, which is starting to clear up actually, and the fog's starting to lift a little bit. We have some time.
Oh, okay. So I suppose it relates more directly with your bad vibes thing.
Well, she points to the northwest, where just barely over the cliffs that Otari is set in, you can basically see the tippy top of Gauntlet Keep's lighthouse. And let's see, specifically, Sideline, Dark, Rose. Actually, you're all spellcasters, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Kind
Well,
of.
You're
yeah.
all.
I mean, you're a focus spell, so technically a spellcaster still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
You're also like a paladin, so you can't enough for this case. She says, I've asked others if they can see it, and I've noticed not everyone is quite able to. But around the very tip of Gauntlet Keep is a strange, flickering green light that almost makes you sick to look at it.
Ugh.
Oh, so that's why
I
Nook has been
know.
having a bit queasy.
It's yeah.
Still, okay. Understood. We'll come back in a bit. Till then,
I don't want to look at that.
Yes, I'd advise not looking too much at it.
I will. Well, I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to look at it when we go over there, Amelia.
Oh, I should also mention I am technically part of the festivities here, as she reaches into her sleeve and draws out a deck. If you wish your future read, come to me.
Cool.
Okay,
Yay.
I'm going to go and watch the arm wrestling then.
Fair enough.
Well, Mr. Metamuse, is there anywhere you want to go?
Well, I would like to see you start showing your mentor a few things, how much you've learned over the past few days or years, I suppose.
Yeah, yes. Starts wandering this way then to follow.
Any other? The other sort of festivities that are taking place, there is of course gambling at this table here. There are people bouncing on logs in the water, suspended. Suspended by ropes. If you wish to try your balance,
Perhaps not while wearing a breastplate.
perhaps not while wearing a breastplate.
Though
There
this close
is.
to shore, it should be shallow water.
I am capable of swimming in a
Yeah.
breastplate.
Oh yeah, the water is shallow here. It's more, but more of a challenge is staying on top of a log. There is dart throwing up by Tamily, and of course Magaloy's drinks. But we shall
Is that a
start.
musician, by the way, down here?
Perhaps. Do you recognize him?
Perhaps.
For slaps. Yes, there is a musician playing on a lute. And with a couple people dancing in front of him. But I suppose we can start with arm wrestling. For those of you who've been in Otari, which is mostly Keaton and Mr. Meadowmuse, you'd recognize Clort. He is the... I don't know if foreman's the appropriate word, but he basically heads security over the big wheel where they get all the logs and process into timber. And he's, got a bit of a reputation, considering his past as a gladiator, as he seems to be heading up this arm wrestling challenge, as he fairly solidly funks the girl's arm into the table. She looks a bit angry for a bit, and storms off, over towards the drinks.
Nobody can beat the lumberjack.
It does build
Well.
impressive arm muscles.
It's true. It's good work. Either of you wish to take a chance?
I've not won yet, but
I believe we both will. Would you like to go first, Caden?
sure. I said I've not beat you yet, but I can try.
There's always tonight. Now, you want me to go easy on you?
No, let's do this.
Okay then. Can I have an athletics roll? It's going to be an opposed athletics roll. I will note he's not necessarily going to go easy on you now because you said so. Of course, my luck is also garbage. Oh yeah, I will also say keep in mind you have hero points.
I forget what they
at the
can be
start of
used
your
for in
session.
Pathfinder 2.
Reroll,
Uh,
essentially.
Reroll,
Right.
or if you're dying, to stop dying. That probably shouldn't be applicable currently. But he shall go first.
I don't know, there's a lot of water around.
Good old J-Mac.
My rolls.
Jeez, there's a plus 11. Nice.
Yeah. Well, it was intended for him to be difficult. Damn it.
Just fucking slams him down.
Yeah, for all his speak of, oh, I won't go easy, I think he's pretty much taken by surprise at how much muscle Caden has built. It's probably also a little bit that him being a breastplate is maybe not as quite evident as he is expecting. As his face slowly goes from kind of like a joking around grin to a very serious, oh.
He's actually starting to
then.
strain with cadence and pushing.
Tinder
And
stood
then-
there, his arms crossed, just watching.
And then I suppose, with metal gauntlet to his hand, his arm slams into the table.
Yeah. He just
Not
kind of
quite a-
looks.
Crit failure on the Clort, but
Yeah, not quite a crit failure, but close. Clort just kind of looks and goes, okay then. Guess I've met my match. Let's see if I can do a little
Good
better
job.
next time. As he looks to
Caden looks absolutely pumped, like kind of just fist pumping to himself as he gets up.
You do get a little bit of a reward. For the next 3 days, you have a +1 trait bonus to athletics.
I will take it.
motivation.
Yes, as hey, you've been feeling good today. The good is only gonna keep coming, apparently.
I hold
Shakes his
out.
head.
I hold out my knuckles for a fist bump.
Totally could be.
Bonk. Metamuse goes flying into the ocean. Kaiden's that
Skips
strong.
across the water.
I mean, it's fist bump. It's not a punch.
Yes, but he's very small.
Tiny, even.
Well, you want to try your luck, catfolk?
I will, if you're still up to challenges.
I think I might have to put more elbow grease in. As he will attempt to put more elbow grease in. Yes.
Fucking hate you. Ah, it's a lot
definitely-
closer match.
It's a lot more of a closer match. He definitely seems to be putting a lot more effort into it this time, as it's probably a good minute before, oh, cramp, and
Shit,
slowly
shit,
Clort
shit,
pushes
shit.
Tinder's arm to the
Ugh.
table.
Damn it.
Still got it.
Yes, most
Hey, you win
most
some healing,
impressive. And
Thank you.
he'll stand and he'll offer a handshake. He can be a good loser.
I will say, if you're ever looking for work, we're always looking for people to help patrol up at the big wheel.
I shall bear it in mind. We'll be heading into the fog fens, I believe, quite shortly, but if there's time between things.
Yeah, that's if you're ever looking for a spare job. Let's see, is anyone else checking anything else out, Big B?
Come on, Metamuse, your turn to arm wrestle.
I'll pass. Strength has never been my sort of forte.
You don't have some magic to make that better?
I mean, if you would like, you could go against Nook, but personally, I'll pass.
Yeah,
Maybe
I don't
later.
really even know how I'd wrestle with you, Mr. Do.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly understandable. I'll pass.
What's going on around here?
Oh, no, it's just a bit of jesting.
Wait, was that a Big B question or a Melia question?
Big B, yeah.
Big B. There is a balancing game on the water. Rin is offering to read people's fortunes. There is, of course, a few people from town just sitting around if you want to talk to any of them. There is a Aloria who runs the delivery company. There is Vandy who is the head head priest of Sarenrae in the Dawnflower Library.
It
And
looks
there's the
like
mayor.
she's had some botched plastic surgery.
Leave her alone. The sun does stuff to you. She's also a
And
gnome.
look at her.
Like,
Look
being a
at
gnome just kind of
her.
being a gnome just kind of fucks you up.
Look, gnomes have very weird proportions.
Depends on your gnome. There's plenty of nice gnomes.
No, there's plenty. No, but like gnomes always look a bit weird.
Off, of course, yes, because they're fey, but
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There's gambling up at this table, and up at the
Also-
top there's a drinking competition and a competition to throw darts into targets. There are prizes for most things around here, I should note.
out of character question, but who do I remember that image from?
Where do you
Is
remember
that
image
AO?
from Big Two? Maybe.
That's fucking AO.
Maybe.
Yeah, it
Okay,
is.
I thought so. Yeah.
I recognised it as well.
I was wondering if people would.
Uh-huh.
Don't
The
question
question
man on
is,
stage.
what is AO doing here?
Play music from what I understand.
You're welcome to go talk.
Yeah, but it was never just about the music with him. He always had something going on.
I mean, he was the fucking lawful evil cleric of.
A man can have hobbies.
I actually don't know what god AO would follow in like Golarion, considering there's not really a evil love god.
Yeah, there is. Noctula.
Yeah,
I've never
could also
heard-
follow
okay.
Callistra
Don't
if he
like
wants a bit
Callistra.
of spite.
Alternatively, there are some demon lords of lust.
Yeah.
She's no longer evil.
That's true.
Dale was never a big fan of demons, but anyway.
I mean, I think there's probably some kind of devil. That can
Yeah,
work.
oh yeah, there's like fucking there's so many deities that I don't know about. I will however bookmark Noctula because that's an interesting one to read. Yeah, so
He was our friend Necrobard in a previous campaign.
Evening.
as Aloria kind of scoots over just to make space, and Mayor Osif goes, "Oh, Melia Meadowmuse, yes?
Hi.
I make it my business to know everyone who's in town, and you're certainly, well, you've caused a bit of a stir over the year."
Well, I should hope so. Nook kind of likes to plop himself various places, and
Yes.
hey, it's nice to be heard about.
Well, how have you found our town? I know it's not quite the usual place a sprite would make a home.
Oh, it's great. There's a lot of interesting stuff around to look at. Especially like the
Well,
whole founded by adventurers way back when. Leads to weird stuff actually popping up.
My
Odd
ancestors were, yes. I'm glad that they have given us this opportunity.
Yeah. Though
Van
the
Diesel- sorry.
fog vent's been a bit sticky.
That is the downside of swamps, yes.
Yeah.
We're lucky enough to be far away enough from it that we don't have to deal with it, most of the bog problems.
Mm-hmm.
But Vandy's sitting across from you. She has a chessboard in front of her, what doesn't seem like anyone's moved to play her. She just kind of moves a piece forward and goes, "Care to play?"
Melio just sort of nods and goes over and moves a pawn. Yeah.
Haps a pawn up and like waddles it forward.
I mean, yeah, she just sort of goes over, wraps her fingers around the neck of the pawn, picks it up, and shuffles it a bit.
And this kind
There
of
we
feels
go.
like what prestidigitation is for.
I mean, she has mage hand, but she wants to do this like manually,
Fair enough.
just because she likes doing that.
We are
But
trying to be
also-
human after all.
That's
It
fine.
also puts a bit more weight behind her decisions in the game.
That's true. Also gives you time to think about mid-move,
Yep.
as Vandy moves another piece as well. I'm not sure what you'd even roll for. I guess just straight int for a chess game. As Vandy
Yeah.
just goes, "It's nice to find someone to play chess with."
I agree.
Law games would also be appropriate.
Not that I've ever really terribly been good at it, as you take one of her pieces.
Yeah, I did. I honestly just picked up a few years ago because we don't have chess or this chess back in the first world. Been a bit.
Mhm.
Good
She
rules.
moves
I
a
like it.
piece. It's nice to have a game where there are rules where you're constrained by, but it breeds creativity, as you have to try and figure out loses another piece. How to be someone who's also better at you at it. As you, perhaps it's just Faye's ability to wrangle rules into any way that they see fit, or perhaps Melius is big brain as fuck. But you pretty quickly just demolish Vandy as Aloria and Mir Osif just kind of watch, almost like not awestruck, but like, damn, that was a very fast winning match slash losing match.
Well, okay, that's checkmate.
It is indeed. Well, thank you for the game.
Welcome. We can have another one, if you don't mind.
Mm. I think I've been trounced enough for tonight. Well, if you're
Oh.
ever looking to have a game again in the future, I guess I'll brush up on the rules, maybe see if I can't improve a bit, and I'd be happy to have another game.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
If you ever want to find me, you see, she kind of points, you see the temple?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just come find me there.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I mean, she very well might dark. Sometimes you gotta take a lord to beat your friends at chess. Let's see. Rose, you still eating? You munching and crunching?
I just finished. I was spending this time looking at stuff that you can worship instead.
Yeah, I've noticed. There's wow, okay. Jeez, there's a lot of gods. Anyway,
Yeah, there's 2 options. I found them. You're welcome.
thank you. Is there anything Lumine's interested in seeing? If you
Uh,
need a recap of what there is, feel free to see.
she'll get her fortune read, I think. Why not? She's right here.
As Rin smiles, looks up, kind of seeing that the clouds have cleared a bit, and goes, "Ah, good. I can do it then." Okay. What month were you born, if I can ask?
Uh, hold on.
There is a calendar, I should note. If you go beneath characters, there's Misk stuff. There's a pull out for a dancing light, should you ever need the light spell, and Golarian calendar. Current date is the 19th of Gosran, 4721.
Alright, she was born in Calistral.
I see. Calistral. As she lays out some cards. When in Calistral, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm
Sorry.
putting out my character's birthday right now. 22nd, apparently.
The newlyweds. Okay. Let's see if there's any good fortune in your future. I need to quickly look up the augury spell. Oh damn, okay. Oh, it is, what the fuck? 22-2.
How old are you?
Born on-
22?
Born on the 2nd.
Okay, actually she's 34, but it wouldn't really funny if she was.
Yeah. Miss 2. Well, would you look at that as she draws out a couple cards? Looks up to the sky as if to take reference. You're going to have some good luck in the next 3 hours, I believe.
That's good to know.
I can't tell you what shape or form it will take, but, well, here's hoping it's something fortunate.
Honestly, with Lumi, that can be so many little things will just make such a good look to her, so
Yeah, it's maybe
probably the best person.
wonder if that's the conundrum of a pessimistic person having better luck than another person when it comes to stuff like this, because anything they consider good luck is inherently going to be more luckier than someone who's like, oh yeah, me finding a copper is good luck.
Oh, it sounds like you're going to lose 25% of your blood. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or that.
Kaden. Jeez, I'll figure it out. Okay. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through down here. Hey, Gorgo. Thanks, buddy. I'm just going to scooch on by.
Ah. Oh, you're going over Corgo, I see.
Yeah, I just use
Or
going around him because people know not to kick a corgi. Corgis are a little bit more noticeable than me.
True. Oops. Ignore me firing a beam of acid.
Okay, approaches over though. As the fortune is going on, he's like admits to stay quiet.
There's not. I don't know how much or if Caden really knows anything about the Cosmic Caravan.
He's heard of like the different things. He doesn't know what they mean.
Yeah, she appears to be. It's not like the cards are actually telling her the future, but they're more like references of where to look based on the time that it currently is, rather than looking to the cards to seek a meaning. She's looking to the stars. It's so unfortunate. As much as I do love Otari, the clouds and the fog do make it more difficult for me to practice my art.
Tell me about it. Okay, yeah, back on the stool. Nook's been a bit wilty as of late. The lack of sunlight's kind of sort of slowed him down a bit.
Well, summer comes soon, and hopefully the sun shall burn through the mist.
That would be good.
Caden looks up at the slightly clearing sky above. You able to do another one?
Yes, if you wish.
And if you find any good luck about this one, it happened about 20 seconds ago, where Kate had absolutely destroyed the local lumberjack.
I beat the lumberjack for the first time.
That is good fortune indeed. When were you born, Caden? Oh, my
Kofona.
music just cut off. That was very ominous. Sorry. What was
Kofona.
that? I see. Kafona. And what date? Specifically?
13th.
13th. As I scroll through the wiki. The follower. She pulls out 3 cards, looks at them, looks to the sky.
I was always told it's unlucky, the follower. Don't know how, but...
What the fuck? Sorry, I just keep rolling nat 20s for some reason when doing this. Well, it's not necessarily unlucky, but it's... Many people fear what the follower represents, which is death. Death is not necessarily a bad thing, but many do not eagerly meet death. Caden, you watch as Rin looks up to the sky, and you'd swear it was on purpose, but some large bug just seems to appear out of nowhere and immediately go into her eye. She just kind of swears and bats at her face to get it away. What?
What the hell
Okay,
are you doing?
I hate
Rick
that
does-
imagery so much.
I don't know if that was a sign, but if it was, I'm going to... I think that was not necessarily the best sign, unfortunately. Have you had any problems with bugs in the past, Caden?
Not really, but that's mostly because they normally, well, you suddenly see a small spark dance through his armor. They usually kind of get fried.
He's a living bug zapper.
Yes, I suppose that is actually good fortune on your part for it. Well, as far as I can tell, something in the future is going to happen to you related to bugs. That's incredibly general, I'm afraid, but having a bug fly directly into my eye, I don't know if I can really get more of a clear sign than that.
Caden just nods. This sounds like the most believable prophecy he's ever heard.
Dark, you might want to note this thing, so you have another floating bonus that you can use. No time limit on this one, but you have a +2 to attack you can use against a bug in the future.
I will take it.
I'll shoot a sidelong glare at the bug and make it feel guilt.
The bug knows no guilt, only glee. For this is a bug's life.
Monster, absolute monster.
I'm gonna take a moment.
By the
to
way, I
bitch
can
out
speak
of
to
character.
I can speak to bugs actually. Just
What the
reference.
fuck? Oh, okay. Sideline, you have Mr. Meadow here's something interesting. Then I didn't know you could speak to bugs.
I can.
You almost. It's strange because probably whenever you've talked to bugs in the past, they don't got much going on that big old brain of theirs, but you almost hear full people whispering from it, and it just continually whispers, sin, 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 sin.
Huh. Okay.
And it flies away.
I won't bring up this to the rest of the party for right now, but chalk me down on lookout.
Okay. Let's go note down that you did that.
And
More
also
of a
consider
note
that bug fucking intimidated.
Yes, the bug is intimidated as a bug can be.
So, Miss, I'm sorry, I forgot your name already.
Rin?
Looking at Rose's character.
Oh,
Oh.
right.
You can just call me Lumia.
Mia. Who's the He kind of gestures to your shoulder. Unsure what to call it.
That is my longtime companion. Her name is May.
She's pretty.
May will kind of get up and do a polite bow to Kaden.
Kaden feels obligated to bow back.
And she kind of touches her, not really like a hand, but closest thing that she has to Lumi's face. And Lumi kind of pauses for a second. She says thank you for the compliment.
Hey, you're saying that you've travelled really far. Would you mind at some point getting to share some stories on that?
Oh, I wouldn't mind. Although, I don't know if I have any good ones.
I mean, if I asked telling me about, like, I've never been to the place you said you were from.
That's fair. I can always just tell you about my home.
I've been to a bunch of places, but never there.
It is pretty far away from here, so I'm not surprised. See, Jim, out of curiosity, how far away are we from like the actual east part of Pathfinder
Very
universe?
Half the planet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're like
You-
middle of the inner sea.
Yeah,
Currently.
you literally, we are in the situation. If you drilled straight through here, you'd end up in. If you literally, like, you know how like Troll would like drill through the earth.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Do that, you'll pop out in the middle of like the kingdom that believes that emperors are god.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Not quite China, but basically China. Old China. You pretty much can't get like further away.
Yeah, that's the thing. You've probably traveled like at least a good month to get here, or you've maybe, I don't know, pulled some string to get like expedited travel somehow.
There's my debt, clearly.
Usually getting that travel requires one of three things: either you teleported, you took a basically multi-month boat ride, or you took the long and arduous trek over the crown of the world, basically over the Arctic Circle.
We'll probably guess that you got teleported.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume she probably got teleported because she probably doesn't want to be off the land for that long. Or at the very least, her familiar probably doesn't want to be off the land for that long.
As it turns out, the trek over the Arctic Circle happened to be another adventure path. The Jade Region, for
Lumi
anyone who's
almost
curious.
fell into that one instead.